Over the past few months, I've had to do some soul searching. The presence of COVID-19 has made a lasting impression on the world, and living in a world with COVID-19 has also been equally interesting. Along that, the natural disasters have been hard for most people to hear about and even harder to experience. This includes the hurricanes, the wildfires, and other horrible weather storms. I won't even talk about the US election. But the thing that has had the most impact on me has been the Black Lives Matter Chronicles. In conclusion, this year has been a bust. The United States is made up of about 13.4% of African Americans today. My brothers, my mom, my friends, my family, my coaches, my mutuals, my life is a part of that 13.4%. George Floyd was a part of that 13.4%, and so was Breana Taylor. Both murdered by ignorant, privileged white men who seek to fear the blackness of our skin and see us as a people first. I remember scrolling through Instagram for both occasions, just tapping away, like all social media addicted teenagers do, and then coming across both of their faces plastered everywhere. It was almost all at once. I refreshed the page and more posts and updates on their cases came flooding in. I remember coming across the video and the scene where 4 men in blue stood over a fallen angel's body and didn't think twice about what they did to him. Internally, I didn't want to watch the video, but as my finger became magnet and magnet became phalange and phalange touched the screen, I watched the video and I couldn't bring myself to turn away. Breana Taylor, on the other hand, this is the case that made me feel like I needed to do something. When I saw that her case barely made it past the Supreme Court, and even then she had everything: a law in her name, a street named after her, murals, posters, speeches, and other countless things with her face on it, she as a person never received justice. The people responsible for her death walked away with nothing but maybe a slap on the wrist and cared that drywall was more important than her own life. I became angry after hearing about these things. I threw my phone, I angry texted, I cried. No, I angry cried, and that's nothing like you've ever seen before. We share the same name. We share the same skin. We share the same rights. Makes sense, right? That could have been me easily. I remember ranting to my speech and debate coach about it, and you know what he did? He said that I'm going to perform a speech on police brutality. This is not that speech. This is about speaking for people who do not have a voice. And this is about what I will do in the future to make sure those voices stay amplified. I'm still figuring myself out in this world, but what I do know is that it will include me speaking against racial injustice and other oppressions around the world, because I want my brothers and sisters and others to grow up in a world where they don't have to risk the same treatment. The story doesn't have a happy ending. Not all things in life have a happy ending, but the least we can do is live it and make it have a happy ending. In the words of Melissa Newman Evans, the world is trying to kill you. It is trying to do so by taking your voice. Kill it back and do it with a smile.